please help me welcome to the stage the cast and creator of Teen Wolf. She is the best friend we'd all love to have until she predicted our death. Holland wrote it.
Right. I should've known you were bad news from the bad boy demeanor and the tattoos. Cause most guys only want one thing, but I'm undecided trying to figure out if that's you. Either way though, I think you're worth a test drive. Cause ooh, you're so much better than the next guy, and a little trouble only makes for a good time. So more than over red flags, be a good sign.
Don't you come in thinking goodbye. Ain't that far. You seem like trouble to me. I can tell by the way that you lean and the way that you push your teeth. Every time I talk fresh and clean, smells like trouble to me.
Opposites attract like your sister's at. Good girl, bad guy, what a perfect match. And if you gon' wanna play baptized, cause when you finish you gon' feel like you was baptized. So baby, now you feel for a test drive. So you don't wanna lose your ride to the next guy. And baby, trouble only makes for a good time. So all the normal red flags get a good sign.
Don't you come in thinking goodbye. Ain't that far. You seem like trouble to me. I can tell by the way that you lean and the way that you push your teeth.
Dylan Freyberg.
Smells like trouble to me.
I got a bad form in the worst way. Dear Lord, how'd I get in this position in? Should've never got involved in the first place. The second place, never get the recognition. See what he doing to me, make me shout it out. Got a hold on me, that's without a doubt. So it's clear now that he's a trouble starter, but it ain't the same neither, and these ain't no still water.
I'm gonna let you handle that, Jessica.
Oh, we are? Oh my god.
Move one over.
Oh, we're at the end.
I meant Shelley.
I'm in Dylan's seat. Here, scoot over. Wait, no, we're here. Fine, we're fine. Oh, the bit didn't work. The bit,
Jeff, I'm gonna let you handle that situation.
I think I broke my toe on that cartwheel.
Giant man, John Duff, our extraordinary berserker, and a special shout out to our special effects team who made
Porn!
John Duff.
Do a kickflip. I don't have a skateboard.
I think this just goes to show what an incredible special effects department that Teen Wolf has. I think we should give it up for them.
Wait, should we move over so that we're in the right place? Yeah. There we go.
Jeez. Sorry guys, this is our first time at Comic Con. I don't know what we're doing.
All right, so
Wow, look at everybody. Oh my god.
two quick issues before we get into talking about the new season. First, I think we all just need to give a collective round of applause to Dylan O'Brien for everything he did at the end of last year. And secondly, Mr. Davis, I believe you have something you would like to talk about.
I do. I have a special announcement. We just found out yesterday, had to keep secret. We will be coming back for a 5th season. And it will be not 12 episodes like 4th, it will be 20, which is easy. 20 more episodes of Teen Wolf coming.
Nice. Like there was any doubt. Alright, so Jeff, let's talk about season 4. I have to tell you, the whole Deadpool of it all has been amazing. Seeing all these different characters come in, some with mouths, some without mouths. I mean, it's pretty dope. Can you talk about how much acid you had to do to think of... No. Can you talk about where that idea was born from?
It was actually born out of, there was not very much time between the end of season 3 and the beginning of season 4. We had to come up with ideas really quickly. And I was sitting around with my brothers during Christmas and we were reminiscing and lamenting the fact of how we were so poor in our 20s and didn't realize how poor we were being raised by a single mom. And I wanted to take it back to those sort of Spielbergian type struggles you see in like E.T., where the kids and the single mom were really poor and they had to have very human struggles. And for us in the writer's room, it was a way to get back to human problems, as opposed to creating or inventing another really complicated mythology based around a supernatural creature. So we have assassins and bad guys this year who are a little more human, but just as nasty as the others.
Nice. And I appreciate that with the addition of Dylan Sprayberry, you continue to only cast gentlemen with 2 names. I think it's important. I don't want to be out without
How that happens.
I mean,
There's
you
too
know.
many Dylans and Tyler. We call him Little Dill. You call him Little Dill Spray?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I think I called him that once.
You said that in an interview.
For Dylan Sprayberry, what has it been like to join this show? I mean, this is a group of guys who've been together for quite a long time. Is there hazing? I mean, how rough of a fun transition has it been for you?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I mean, these guys, that's really echoey. These guys are great. They're like my brothers now, and we've been working for like a half a year, and it feels like we've been working together forever. It's awesome.
He's like the greatest kid alive, too. He's only 16. So,
Just turned 16.
crazy.
For Posey and O'Brien, I mean, does it, on the show, Styles and Scott kind of take him under their wing? Has that been sort of replicated on set as well?
Yes.
I mean,
It definitely has. I mean, but we don't. I mean, I feel like he's taken us under his wing too. We just fit well together. You know, it's not like I feel like I'm older than him and we're trying to show him the ropes. It's just we're just hanging out. We're having fun, you know, and it's a great time. It was perfect. You were perfect. I love you. Will you marry me? Don't Sprayberry. I will.
What about the other Dylan?
I love it. Jeff, clearly he's fitting in very well. How have you enjoyed writing for Liam, and what can we expect moving forward?
What can we expect to move forward in the season?
For Liam, yeah.
For Liam? Well, more struggle. What he's going to have to deal with in the future is he starts to learn that he's okay being a werewolf, but he's not ready to quite be the hero that Scott and Styles are. So he has a lot of struggle there. He gave an interview actually a little while ago where he had the best quote, and somebody asked him, was it scary to be suddenly working with all adult actors? And Dylan said, no, because they all act my age.
Very nice. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yes, and by the way, for season 5, Dylan is now a series regular.
But you know, that is not the only new addition we've had to Beacon Hills in a major way this year. Malia has really become... Shelley, we loved you last season. It was cemented when you made Kira do that really weird dance in the season premiere. For the record, just is that really Arden dancing, or is she just an amazing fake bad dancer?
Both. She's a great dancer. It was, yeah.
But, well, you know, it's interesting
It's
because...
really hard to mess that up. I mean, just dancing in a club.
Malia sort of fits into this world in an interesting way because she's so much more mature on some level than the rest of them. She's been living in the wilderness, she's away for her own. What do you like about what she brings to the show?
I like that she brings honesty. She doesn't have a filter, which can be a little rude sometimes, but that's why she has Styles to explain to everyone that she doesn't mean any harm. It's just all she knows, and that's one of my favorite parts about Malia is her honesty.
I mean, his face, not what you were saying, don't worry.
I can say one of the things we're happiest with Shelley is that she has a very good sense of humor and really good comic timing. She's like, when we first saw we saw the first cut of the lacrosse game, lacrosse practice, where she's doing all the facial impressions. We knew she'd be really funny, and we're happy to be able to write humor for her and Styles.
Thank you.
What is the deal with Styles and Malia at this point?
Wait, what's the question?
What is the deal with Styles and
Are they
Malia?
dating?
relationships in high school, I think. They're
Do they have sex? That's what.
tons of sex, of course.
Yeah.
No, sex is bad.
Sex is good. Sex is bad.
Unless you're married. Oh my god.
There's some underage people in this audience.
Help. Jeff?
Not saying that.
Jeff, what do you think of this question?
I can say for upcoming, they may have a rocky road ahead. So it's gonna get difficult for Malia and Styles, especially as a certain secret about her parentage comes out.
Ooh. Who knows what that secret is? Yeah.
Well, that's not the only secret being kept at the moment. I mean, Hoechlin, I feel like Derek has a huge secret that he's keeping from everyone, which we found out in last week's episode.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you found out your character was slowly losing all of his powers?
For me, it was actually really exciting. It was kind of an opportunity to, I think anytime you come across something with your character that you can personally relate to in like a very real kind of way is always really exciting. So for me, Derek becoming more human was much the same as I went through when I stopped playing baseball, because that was such a huge identity thing for me as a kid growing up, that when I stopped, I kind of had this weird, moment where you go, well, who am I without that? So for Derek to be losing his powers as a werewolf, he's gonna have to figure out who he is when he's not a werewolf. So it's becoming a human and moving on and finding your identity and who you are and what you stand for and the actions you take, as opposed to just a label that you might have. So.
There was the scene where Derek said to Scott, "You're really good at this," after he watched him sort of talk Liam down. I thought that was such a great scene, and it was like a passing of the torch in a really interesting way.
It was funny because when you were asking Posey and Dylan about how they are with Sprayberry on set, like being the older brothers kind of thing, it's been really weird to watch because Posey and Dylan are now the same age that I was when we started the show. And
Isn't that crazy?
Sprayberry's a little bit younger than they were, but still, it's kind of when we shot that scene, it was one of those weird moments of life. I can't see the far end of the table. What's going on?
Watch the TV. You can see everything right there.
Just look
No,
at
but oh, that's weird. I'm not but it was a weird moment of like, oh my god, exactly what's happening in this scene is kind of what's happening in real life. It was like seeing Scott fill that role that Derek was in season 1, and it was a really weird kind of trippy moment. So I really enjoyed that scene. That was probably one of my favorite scenes we've ever shot on the show for me personally.
Nice. Holland, I would imagine, given everything Lydia's gotten to do this season, really finding and embracing her banshiness, there's probably a lot of things that could stick out as sort of favorite things that you've gotten to do this year.
Favorite things I've got to
Did Holland fart just now?
That was a mouth fart.
She's finally like the others.
Yeah. I finally have some romantic freedom. Yeah. I get to be the independent woman, the year of Beyonce. Yeah. So Lydia's discovered that album, and I would say, I think it's been incredible to know, and there is more to come about Lydia's history and why she's a banshee. And now that she has all this newfound power, it's just based on the fact, can she help anybody with it? And so Lydia has to be like the best at everything, including helping people. And so somehow that's supposed to be an altruistic quality in that sense. And so she wants to help people. That's basically her MO this season, and hopefully with her power she'll be able to do so.
Awesome. Jeff,
Hell yeah.
she was talking about learning more about her family. What can you sort of say about the banshiness of it all?
You're going to learn a lot more. One of the things we've really enjoyed about crafting this arc for Holland and Lydia is that we can do it slowly. We can do it over seasons and seasons, and it's a struggle for her to master her powers, and we're going to see in the next episode, especially next 2 episodes, how she struggles with that. And there's a great scene in what we call the study in the lake house, where we're going to learn a lot about the Martin family past, and actually more about in the future. There's little I can say.
Well, since you're talking about the next 2 episodes, why don't we just take a look at what's coming up for the rest of this season?
that last shot, I should probably leave.
Well, I don't even know where to start now. Jeff, how many of these people on this panel are being killed off in the back half of the season? I feel like there was no one left unbloodied, unbruised, and semi-unconscious.
That sounds about right.
What can you sort of talk about what's coming up in the next stretch?
A lot of decision making, a lot of character arcs coming to a finish, I could say. You saw Peter Hale at the end of that trailer, and one of the last line he says is, "It was my bite that changed your life. It's my bite that can end it." So you're going to be seeing the fruition of Peter Hale's plan and what he intends with Scott.
That was the first time we've seen him as a wolf other than the alpha, right?
Yeah. It was a big CGI monster before.
Yes, he was. Ian has never worn the werewolf makeup before other than that moment. He was just a CGI monster. Does anybody care? Is that interesting to anybody?
We care.
Okay, thank you.
Dylan Sprayberry, can you talk? I mean, we saw you jumping through the air, full wolfed out. Can you talk about what that was like doing for, I would imagine, the first time, unless you just do that in your downtime too?
It was really fun, especially getting to do some of my own stunts. I mean, obviously they have multiple people that are better at that than I am, but I get to do some of it like that.
That was a pretty impressive jump.
It was fun.
You were jumping, dude.
I was jumping. Yeah. This is my man can't jump.
And Hoechlin, based on that trailer, I would assume you don't put any shirts on for the rest of the season.
I think I got lucky in 3A and 3B, and then it caught up with me. Yeah, there was quite a bit of that, right? That's the first time I've seen that trailer. I was unaware.
They all be jacking, keep up. Players only.